Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the movie Untouchables 1987 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they look then and what's with them now in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Elliot Ness is a special agent sent by the Treasury to stop Al Capone. He tries to be an example for others, strictly observe the established laws. He always tries to protect his loved ones, and in some situations, he can be vindictive. Jim Malone doesn't seek high office, especially if it requires a dishonest lifestyle. Not accustomed to turning a blind eye to crime or even petty wrongdoing, which made him an associate of Ness, played by Sean Connery, who died of pneumonia in 2020. Oscar Wallace, Charles Martin Smith, was an employee of the Treasury Department, where he kept the books and was one of Ness' assistants. It was he who had the brilliant idea to put Al Capone away for not paying taxes, who would act decisively and fearlessly. George Stone was a member of the Ness Special Forces. He's a high-minded man of integrity who is genuinely interested in catching criminals, not in making a profit, distinguished by his marksmanship and quick reactions. The role was performed by Andy Garcia. Mike runs a police station in Chicago, formerly partnered with Malone, with whom he caught criminals, but became tempted and took bribes to turn a blind eye to crime. Not noted for his loyalty, played by Richard Bradford, who died of lung cancer in 2016. Defense attorney Will Zarn was on Al Capone's side and represented him in the courtroom. He can be a bit tricky, and he doesn't always use fair methods in his work, which makes him feel at ease, but he gets nervous when things don't go according to plan. George worked for Al Capone. He was a bookkeeper and also occasionally traveled directly to make liquor deals. He is not known for his bravery and prefers to escape. Can be cocky, played by Brad Sullivan, who passed away in 2008 from liver cancer. Nitti is Al Capone's confident and closest person. He is good at transforming himself, especially for eliminating unwanted people. Has a violent nature and is almost elusive, played by Billy Drager, who passed away from complications from a stroke in 2019. Cobb Cousin was one of Jim Malone's confidants at the Chicago Police Department. It was he who helped Ness' wife and daughter get to safety as quickly as possible. He clearly followed instructions and observed the necessary conspiracy, played by Sean Grannon. Reporter Chelsea Ross and his colleague traveled all the way from England to conduct an exclusive interview with Al Capone himself. He knows how to be polite and knows which people not to cross the line with and to know the limits of the questions he asks. Przewski works as an officer with the Chicago Police Department and was involved in the first Elliot Ness raid to seize a shipment of liquor. On the job, he tries to remain serious, not verbose, but can answer the questions put to him. Bodie Driver is one of Al Capone's henchmen. He knows himself unperturbed, feeling permissive, but only when surrounded by the boss henchman. He can behave a bit loopy and is quite capable of taking hostages as a human shield, played by Vito D'Ambrosio. Judge was in the Al Capone hearing. Compared to his other colleagues, he managed to maintain honesty, incorruptibility, and tried to act fairly. Able to think soberly, to be adamant and resolute, played by Tony Marcus Sr., who died of a heart failure in 2022. Baby in Carriage, Colin Himes, happens to be in the middle of a firelight between Ness and Al Capone's men, along with his mother. He can be very cranky at times, won't calm down even in his mother's arms, but then quiet down if he's interested in something. Lieutenant Anderson, Peter Aylward, runs a special police unit and was one of the first to greet Elliot. He can follow instructions from his superiors, but is not eager to actively catch criminals and even scoffs at Ness and tells his colleagues about his failures. Mountie Captain showed active cooperation to Elliot Ness and his team in intercepting a shipment of Al Capone alcohol and money from the Canadian side. She knows how to build a clear strategy and also adheres to the effect of surprise, played by Robert Swan. Alderman was mainly involved in bribing police officers, officials, and associated people not to interfere with Al Capone's business. Loves to settle matters without witnesses, especially in bribery, played by Del Close, who died in '99 of emphysema. District Attorney was involved in the case against Al Capone and supported Ness' position, even though he had some concerns. He's confident and knows how to ask the right questions, played by Clifton James, who died in 2017 from complications of diabetes. Scoop is a journalist and was present to meet Ness. He looks good-natured, knows how to find out the necessary information, and is not afraid to attend police raids. He tries to be helpful, but can be intrusive at times. The role is performed by Steven Goldstein. Bodyguard Valentino Simo is close to Al Capone and is ready to rush to his defense in case of danger. He doesn't feel even the slightest pity for the death of others and doesn't hide it. He has a pretty good reaction, but sometimes he can be caught off guard. Bodyguard not only watches over Al Capone's safety, like some other trusted men, but also carries out his every errand, including assassinations. He knows what his boss is capable of and tries not to disappoint him, and to be efficient. Ness' wife sincerely loves her husband, from whom she is expecting a child. Silent adoration is read in her eyes. She loves to do some amenities to her husband and always with pleasure gathers him lunch for work. Knows how to support, played by Patricia Clarkson. Al Capone, Robert De Niro, considers himself a successful businessman who believes that his illegal sale of alcohol only houses the people by responding to their will. He likes to look impeccable and spends minimal time doing so. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.